Taking a look at the leaderboard again, entering that final round, you see the two-time defending champion Brooks Koepka just 2 off the lead at 7 under par on Saturday. Koepka bogeyed 3 in a row, 13, 14, 15, but birdied 16 and 18 to finish. Win would take him to the 4th youngest player to reach 5 professional major titles. And after yesterday's round, Brooks, he met the media.
There's a few guys around you with 1 major. You've obviously got more. Was the second one any harder than the first one to win?
Well, if you look at the top of the leaderboard, I'd say yes.
Yeah. What makes that difficult to make the second one?
I think expectations. I think, I guess it does become difficult if you think you've played good enough to win multiple ones. But you just got to keep putting yourself there. I'm doing a good job of that, but the second one definitely is a little bit tougher, I think, as you can see from the top of the leaderboard.
It's a bit of a reversal. Last year you had the lead, DJ was the one coming for you. How do you feel about the reverse situation there?
I mean, I like my chances. When I've been in this position before, I've capitalized, and I don't know. He's only won 1, so I mean, I'm playing good. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, only 1-1. Now, John, players play in gas bag, and that's what me and Matt and Jaime do. But come on, a player has got to know when another player says only 1, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And by the way, he's not wrong in what he is saying. That's one thing. But DJ has put himself in position a number of times. And we were talking about a little bit of scar tissue. Well, yeah, at some point in time, that scar tissue is going to break away and you're going to be okay. Maybe this is going to be DJ's day. But a lot of times you got to be careful on you poke that sleeping bear enough, it can happen. It can come back and get you. But Brooks is not wrong. He has put himself in this position many, many times, and he has won 4 times. But look at the times that he's finished second as well. So he is right there. He's not going away. He can back up what he was saying today with another good round. Go out and make a statement early. But I think that this is DJ's day to break up the scar tissue and at least cut Brooks Koepka's major lead in half.
Jaime, the Koepka talk, see, he's walked it repeatedly. Is there any danger in continuing down the path? At some point, you got to hit the wall, don't you?
Traditionally, golfers don't woof. They don't sell woof tickets. It's just dangerous because it can come back on you and add pressure and add baggage when perhaps you might have a bad day and it looks like you're embarrassing yourself if you put that extra burden of, hey, I always do it and this guy doesn't. And especially if DJ wins. So with Brooks, he is the kind of guy who has sort of a team sport mentality. And I think that's how you talk in team sports or in boxing or some confrontational kind of sports. And I admire anybody who can say what they need to say to make themselves play better. And perhaps that's what Brooks thinks. And he definitely has a psychological advantage on DJ. But the script could flip because golf is just so random sometimes in terms of who plays well on Sunday. I mean, he's certainly got that track record, but there's no guarantees. And he hasn't done it a few times. And, even last week at Memphis, he faltered down the stretch. Nobody's bulletproof in golf. So I think he's unconventional in this. And if he pulls it off, he's going to look like a hero. But if he doesn't, I think, he could actually take a hit publicly in terms of, he tried to be Tiger Woods. He tried to be the ultimate closer and he couldn't pull it off.
Matt, he's proving clearly he is different. If he throws down this latest marker and answers to it and walks to the pay window again with his 5th major, I mean, what are we talking about here?
We're actually talking about watching history right in our midst. And sometimes history sweeps past us and we look back in retrospect and say, wow, can you believe what we just saw happen? You talked about how the company that he would be keeping to become the youngest with 5 majors is something remarkable. And Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods and Bobby Jones, he would become the shortest span between 1 and 5 majors of anyone. 40 under par at the PGA since 2016. The next best is Jason Day at 23 under. This is the 19th time in his last 22 major rounds he's been in the top 4. The next best is Justin Rose with 7. We saw adversity in his round yesterday with the bogeys in the middle of his back 9, but he just seems to will himself back into contention again. He did it again. I happen to love the fact that he tells us what's in his heart and what's on his mind so that we know exactly where he's coming from. Is there bravado there? Darn right there's bravado there. Is he sending a message to his competition? I think he is trying to send a message to his competition. Walter Hagen used to walk into the locker room and say, who's going to finish second?
I tell you, the birdie he made on 18 and the look he had, again, if he does win today, he's leaving behind, at least for right now, he leaves behind Rory with 4. He leaves Els behind with 4. And he's joining the likes of Seve and Phil and Byron Nelson. Big day coming up.